But they were dragging. Happy New Year, I was so sad. I know. My brother said,
Oh, they got mail? I don't know. Because he's the minister. Here. There.
Not this.
Namanda, 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 namanda.
Morning.
Morning.
Welcome to our Eitaikyo and Nirvana Day service. My name is Hiko Shimamoto and I will be your chairperson today. Reverend Fujimoto will explain Eitaikyo to us and read the names entered into the Eitaikyo book.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Ohayou gozaimasu. Today we have our Eitaikyo and Nirvana Day service, and at this time I'll explain Eitaikyo to you. Eitaikyo, the characters to Eitaikyo: A means eternal, Tai is generations, and Kyo means the sutras, the Buddhist sutras, teachings. And so together, Eitaikyo means to chant the Buddhist sutras in perpetuity. Okay. So when a name is placed on our Eitaikyo registry, each Eitaikyo service, every annual service, we're chanting to honor these people who are placed on the Eitaikyo list. And a little bit different than our monthly memorial, where we also read the names, but the Eitaikyo, the special designation, people who have contributed a great deal to the welfare and the benefit of the temple, and their families were able to request that the names are placed in our registry. So we have our Eitaikyo service, we have our Eitaikyo registry. It's kind of like a book form, and there's a day for every day of the year, 365 days, and on each day, people who passed away on those days, their names are listed on there. Okay. And as the days go by, each page is turned, and the sutras for that day, chanted for that day, honor these people on the Eitaikyo registry. So this year we have 3 additional names that I would like to acknowledge, and if family members are here to represent them, please come up and offer incense or shoko at this time. Mr. Jim Yamaoka, Shaku Misho, Delicate Blossom. Please help May to come up. Yeah, you can come up. You can all come up and offer incense, please. Please. You could put it in your hand. Yeah, that's that'd be safer. Okay. Okay. You can all put incense and Gassho together, maybe. Yeah. Mr. Masaki Mas Sakano, Jiku in Shaku Junkyo, to teach purity. Who would like to come up for Mas? Yeah.
Kenny.
Okay, maybe. Kenny, you want to come up? Mr. Mastakano had a 1-year memorial service just yesterday. All the family was here, and today we'll have his very good temple friends come up to offer incense. And Mr. Kyoshi Naito, Josei in Shaku Eigon, heroic dignity. So again, the Eitaikyo, the sutra chants are done in perpetuity. We have a special Eitaikyo fund, and these funds are kept to protect the temple. Very dire situations, they might be used maybe if there's a fire or something, a flood, something that we need funds immediately. And for these types of emergencies, these funds are maintained. And then I mentioned the book, the registry, that we keep record of each of these people. And then every February here, different temples have different days, but here in Alameda, we have our annual Eitaikyo service each February. So thank you very much. Thank you, Hiko.
Now we will have Samujo on page 24 and 25, followed by the reading of the Hyogakumon.
this occasion of the Eitaikyo and Nirvana Day services, the members of the temple families have reverently come before Alameda Buddha with deepest reverence and thankfulness for the all-embracing wisdom and compassion of Alameda. We reaffirm the three homages: Namu Kie Butsu, Namu Kie Ho, Namu Kie So. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Please repeat the Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda, Namanda, Namanda.
Now we will have sutra chanting Shoshinge on page 33.
南中市南昔インド最天使論下中華自治域史こそ現代諸公摂上位両如来音声よき釈迦如来両合戦一種五名南天寺流十大基準行政質の再発無限先絶大乗無情報召喚記事小安楽現地南行六六新行異行指導楽億年未来仏本願知念即時唯一上唯の上昇如来語大大無世音天人菩薩道論説奇妙無下公如来越衆たら見真実光線の超大世間こういう本願力栄光異道群上昇一心金融独大崩壊立逆入大越収集独自年下造世界即昇進女法精進有本の人間人数入所自本自用下本師論難上天使上高蘭消防殺来三蔵ルシ十条教本上宣教気楽法天人菩薩論中下大道因果見世願暴言猫ゆたり少女死因唯心人漠然本部新人法承知承知即年半一心無量光明道小修上回復系両者結晶道南朝唯妙浄土化数入万千自力変言中円満特語感染症三不三神経音言増末法滅教員一生総惑地偶世思案如来称名化天道六名無所依公愛上三行逆は公明明語見二年海入本願大司会行者小樹本語心行儀一年総合行為大道逆三人俗称法称四上羅 人公開時代表延期安養管理祭先祖終身安全人法華二道正面流極重悪人類小物が薬剤摂取種本能証言水風権大無権上昇が本資源空病仏教連民全幕本部に新宗教書後編集戦弱音感空白性現代生寺林伝下地上一生心俗入弱上無理楽一心人に如入仏教大義修持道要塞無縁極上無悪同族自主不動心有意化心し高層説
Please stand for the Gatha, We Are One, on page 150. That's in the white book. And remain standing for the reading of 3 treasures on page 8, which is in the purple book.
Listen to what we are teaching.
book, Three Treasure number 1 on page 8. Hard is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear it. If we do not realize the truth in this life, when will it be realized? Let us reverently take refuge in the 3 treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha. May we absorb ourselves in the principle of the way to enlightenment and awaken in ourselves the supreme will. I take refuge in the Dharma. May we be submerged in the depths of the doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. May we live in harmony in the great assembly as disciples of Buddha and be freed from all hindrances, becoming units of true accord in the life of harmony, in the spirit of universal oneness, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through myriad ages of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teachings. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda. Namanda. Please be seated.
Now Reverend Fujimoto will share a Dharma message with us.
Okay. Today is also our Nirvana Day service, and each year we have this service and remind ourselves of the story of the passing of Shakyamuni Buddha, the historical Buddha. And as we reflect upon the story, we reconnect to our history, our heritage, and we find ourselves in our place in the movement of Buddhism. So in the story, when Shakyamuni Buddha reached 80 years old, his health began to fail, and he said to his followers, "Those with life must die. This is nature's way. Death is coming to me soon, but you must not continue to be sad." The Buddha washed himself in the river, and the disciples made a place for him beside the river so he could lie down. And as the death of the Buddha approached, one of his senior disciples, Ananda, came to him, and he was in tears. "If anything should happen to you, what should we depend on?" And Ananda started to cry. Buddha reminded him, "Don't cry. I've always said that one must depart from loved ones. All living things must die. My death is only natural, and that's why you must not continue to grieve." And as we lose people in our lives, we go through the same process. We have our own tears, and we don't know how it will be when we lose these people that were so dear to us. And we come, just as Ananda did, struggling with this. So the Buddha told him, "After I die, the only thing you can depend on is yourself. Walk with your own legs, but walk with one step at a time. There'll come a day when you too will become enlightened." So as he lay there quietly, the Buddha asked him, "Is there anything any of you would like to ask me?" And people were quiet, and some were weeping. I said, "Okay, I see. It's so quiet. What is that sound that I hear?" And one of the disciples said, "That's the sound of the flowing water." So the Buddha said, "The river flows continuously, but the water flowing now is not the same as the water that flowed before. The flow of the universe is the same, just like that. All things must change. You have to continue to put effort into realizing this so you don't get left behind in the changing world." So our attachments and our clinging to life and hoping that things don't change, we are clinging and we are removing ourselves from this flow, this natural flow of life and change. So the Buddha was reminding Ananda and all the others of exactly that. There's a sutra called the Nirvana Sutra that describes the death of the historical Buddha in detail, quite detailed, and describing how people came from different areas knowing that this teacher, tremendous teacher, was going to pass away. So they came from far away, and after he had passed, on the 7th day, he was cremated. And it describes how the body was wrapped and prepared and burned using the most fragrant woods and perfumes. So a funeral pyre, piles of wood, and the body was placed very carefully, very reverently. Okay? And after the body was burned, the different groups offered that they could take the remains and to build a stupa so people could come and remember and acknowledge the life of the Buddha. They didn't want to have any conflicts, so there were basically 8 groups. So they divided the ashes of the Buddha into these 8 different segments, and each of these groups took their portion of the ashes of the Buddha to where they came from, and they built these burial mounds. And these burial mounds would be a place of practice. Disciples at each of these areas, they would come and circumambulate, walk mindfully around these mounds, and this would be their meditative practice. So this is the beginning of walking meditation, and we did that at our leadership retreat at the Jodo Shinshu Center. We walked around like the Hondo here. They call it the Kodo at the Jodo Shinshu Center. And our participants, about 15 of us, spaced evenly, and walking mindfully. And with each syllable, taking one step and reminding each other, reminding everyone to be mindful of the group, not only of yourself. The spacing should be the same. For 20 minutes, it should remain the same. You shouldn't be catching up or falling behind. So not only your own mind, your own steps, but you're mindful of each other. And we're moving in this larger body, flowing together. So we warn them, no tailgating, so keep your distance. We do it in this manner. Okay. So this is how this meditative walk, mindful meditation, began. Okay. And so this is still practiced today in Tibet, Korea, China, Japan, all the Buddhist countries. Okay. And then these mounds changed, and they became stupas. And they put like a spire on top of the mounds and made it more permanent than just a mound of dirt. Okay? And so eventually these mounds and stupas, when the first Buddhist churches of America started, it began, there was a gift from the king of what was then known as Siam. He brought a small portion of these ashes and presented it to the leaders of our Jodo Shinshu school of Buddhism, knowing that we're bringing Buddhism to America, and this is going to be our headquarters in San Francisco. And so you can go there today, and on the roof, you can take a tour, and they'll take you up into the stupa of the Buddhist churches of America. Okay? So we have such a thing. It just looks like a mound, looks like a hostess snowball with a toothpick stuck on top of it, right? But very significant. The ashes of the Buddha are placed there. So from these stupas, they changed and became pagodas. Okay, and a lot of us are familiar with pagodas. We go to Japantown in San Francisco, and in the Peace Plaza, there's a pagoda, right? Kind of symbolic of Japanese, Chinese architecture, and so we recognize that as from the Asian culture, right? So most cultures have 4 basic elements. When I read this, I always think of the band Earth, Wind, and Fire, right? Very popular back in the day. So the 4 elements: earth, air, fire, and water. Okay? Earth, air, fire, and water. But in Hindu and Buddhist cultures, there's a 5th element called akasha. Okay? Akasha means space. Right? So akasha can be defined as free, open space, vacuity, that which is all-pervading, infinite, and without origin. Okay? And you might consider akasha to be the possibility and the potential of things to be. Okay? So 5 elements. That's why they have 5 tiers on the pagoda. Right? And so when we go there, lots of times we say, oh, it just feels more Asian, more Japanese. But not everyone knows that it comes from this historical development of the passing of the Buddha. So when we go, we can recognize this and recognize beyond the 4 basic elements that all cultures see, this potential of all things to be: space, infinite wisdom, infinite compassion. So when we come to Nirvana Day, this is our opportunity to recognize this very special moment in the Buddhist tradition and how it has come as it evolved, moving through time, from the time of the Buddha, how practice evolved, walking around these burial mounds, becoming stupas, becoming pagodas, and influencing cultures, Hindu culture, Buddhist culture, India, China, Korea, Japan, moving to America, Hawaii, Canada, South America, Asia, Europe, and continuing to move. And so this is what places us in this evolution, this picture. As we come here, we come and practice, we come and chant, and all the more when we have people on our Eitaikyo Registry, we recognize new names added each year. These people have contributed in many ways throughout their lifetime to see that this continuation goes on to the next and the next. So please put your hands together in Gassho, and I'll read this portion of the Parinirvana Sutra. Transient are all compounded things, subject to arise and vanish. Having come into existence, they pass away. Good is the peace when they forever cease. No movement of the breath, but with steadfast heart, free from desires and tranquil, so the sage comes to his end. By mortal pangs unshaken, his mind, like a flame extinguished, finds release. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida. Thank you.
Thank you, Sensei, for your message. I was able to participate in the walking meditation that Sensei talked about, and it must tell you it was a very meaningful experience. Please stand for the Gatha Ondok-san on page 220. It's in the purple book. Please be seated. Thank you to all those who helped with the altar preparations and with the service. Thank you, Reverend Dennis, for your YouTube setup, and Organist Lenny. And thank you for all those who did the altar flowers and anyone who donated the special altar offerings. At this time, are there any newcomers? Like to introduce yourself? Alex, I believe?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hi everybody, my name is Alex. My husband and I moved from Berkeley to Alameda a couple of years ago, and we have a 14-month-old son, so we're looking for spirituality, community, and just guidance, as we raise him. So yeah, that's me, Alex. Thanks for having me today.
Welcome, Alex. Steve?
Good morning, my name is Steve Costa. This is my wife, Kate Levinson. And we brought a historic photo as a gift to you. It was taken in 1941. It was the Alameda Buddhist Temple Sunday School gathering at Lake Merritt. And so we look forward to sharing this photo with you, and I'm hoping that maybe you might recognize some ancestors in the photo. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. Anybody else? Okay. Announcements. Next Sunday, February 18th, is the family service, and also is the ABBA meeting. It's going to be in person after the service. Does anybody else have any announcements? Jane?
I think Sensei can talk more about the movie, but I wanted to remind everybody that on April 21st, we're showing the movie Carving the Divine over at the Rhythmic Center, which is a few blocks from here. Tickets are available online, but we decided that since it's on Sunday, after service, if you want to purchase an obento from us, you can do kind of like obento and a movie, and come to service, go have obento and lunch with us, and then we can all walk over to see the movie together. There's also a BCA art show with some local BCA artists that will be exhibiting at Rhythmics for about 2 months, and the closing reception will be that evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane. Does anybody else have any announcements? Sensei?
Just to add to the movie Carving the Divine, and it's a documentary about kind of a master-student relationship as they learn how to create the Buddhist sculptures and images that are placed in temples in Japan. So centuries of this type of relationship, master-student, master-disciple, way to learn how to create these images and such attention to detail. It's incredible. So there's a filmmaker from Japan, and he will be zooming in at the end of the film and for a question and answer period. So very nice to have Mr. Yujiro Seki joining us at the end of this session. So Rhythmix, it's a small theater upstairs, and it should be a nice gathering, and even more so to be able to have lunch or bento together and go over there as a group. And there'll be others from other Bay District temples, I believe, and they'll join us, and we can see this movie together. So I'm looking forward to it, and we're kind of a partnership with Rhythmix, and through setting this up, you know, it's nice to know what Rhythmix has and what type of people and what they're about, and to create this partnership to have such a film is real nice. And along with that, Jane mentioned the BCA Art Committee is sponsoring, along with our temple, sponsoring a art exhibit there. So a live art exhibit. The theater's upstairs, their gallery is downstairs. And so in the gallery, we have 5 artists from the Bay Area, and a few of my sculptures might be there too. But it'll be nice to have this session from March through April, and the closing reception for that is the same day as the movie, so you can go downstairs. You can also go make arrangements and go see it, you know, through the middle of March through April to see the gallery on your own. The show is called Colors of the Infinite, Contemporary Buddhist Art. Okay. So first time for me in this role as curator of an art exhibit, so stumbling along, but with their guidance, I was able to assist and contact and pull in these different artists. And the main ones are Betty Kano from Berkeley and Joyce Nojima from Sebastopol, and they, for decades, have shown their artwork. Professional artists have shown things, you know, all over the place, from New York and all Cuba and different areas. And Betty in particular is kind of a pioneer in Asian women in art and promoting, creating avenues for, you know, it took a long time for minority art to be recognized, and through people, Betty and many like her, or they would having people acknowledge and look at art from other cultures, whether it be, you know, Black or Hispanic or, you know, women, no matter where you are, you know, not just the dominant culture that is here, but there's so many other voices, native groups as well. And so these people, these artworks have been there all along, but not necessarily recognized as it should be. And so through her efforts, a lot of things have developed in that realm. And I was surprised to come to know her and to know her history. She's participated in our virtual art exhibit through BCA, and she just put in like one image, and I had no idea who that might be. And I was just looking for which artists are from this area. And so hers said, you know, there's more information on my website. So I look, this whole world of information opened up to me, and so very, very fortunate to have her be a part of this exhibit, and I think you would be amazed to come and see her work and maybe even meet her as well. Okay, so thank you for that. And finally, can we do birthday Sunday?
Sure.
Okay. Second Sunday of each month is Birthday Sunday. So people who have a birthday in February, please come up. Offer incense and stay.
Upstairs or next door?
Kids,
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have birthdays.
you want to call them?
I think we should
Please
call
come up and offer incense and stay up forward. Anybody else with February birthdays that are just shy?
You live upstairs.
Where we put the money or?
Oh, you can put it in.
Oh.
We just started this recently and we did it on another temple. You can tell how old they are huh, by all the coins that fall in. They stay up. If there's no noise, checks are good too. Okay, let's wait a second. Maybe there's young ones coming. No? Yeah, Charmin went to check. We have to pick the one with the broken foot to run upstairs.
No
Nope.
children with birthdays.
Okay. So,
You say your birthday is no birthdays.
okay. They could sing if they like. Just together. Did you get a picture? Oh, okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
I think that's it.
Okay, thank you for attending this morning's service. Please come forward and offer Oshoko and join us for tea and refreshments in the social hall. Go Niners.
When we get out into the hall.
Since I'm happy to I get to take a bite.
Oh, I drove it for Mother's Day. I fell on it, it's, you know, get older. Yeah, the bones shattered. Yeah, the bones shattered. And so, you know, the little something, yeah, they're, you know, they're little, yeah, very important. Very important. So, you know, the prices And
Kind of trying to find the right time and the right location.
And I had a station where and travel and
Yes, I feel like
yeah, and
Thank you for coming up with
then
So I was telling you that for sure. That all the way
He's on our list. It's been a while. So I just, when I was here.
okay, well, I got your phone number and other information.
So it's in the 70s, you know. Yeah. I got people with the grass. Yeah.
I have no idea what this one is. Because she has stuff, so it's like, I don't even know what it's Bryson, something, but I don't know who it is.
Those guys right? Yes,
You gotta archive that. But this is at the bandstand.
Oh, it's Lake Bear? No.
Yeah.
Just Lake Bear. That's the band. That's the
bandstand.
The bandstand. Yeah.
July.
Amazing. It's still standing. Lake Bear.
What a nice picture. I mean, it's so good.
That over there is a gathering of many Buddhist Futurist Conference.
From Bay Area. When were you? You were born. Cute. Thanks,
Good.
I was still.
I'm just organizing stuff. My yeah, we could display it for a while. It's a piece of history.
It works. Of regular society and things. And so there's so many elements of that are in place, but there's also and just like the little seed thing, my goals are here, my seeds are growing, and my little things are, it's like giving a haircut, it's okay, what's there, and then I'll keep growing, or you can toss it and make juice, but it's really interesting. I was been in to me, and maybe I always do my Yes, right. And start out with I explain all the things that everybody might need. Well, when I started no, that was like long enough like yes, I am. Thank you very much. You know, somebody else. Oh, another one. It's so easy to use. It's so easy. And this year, places to go. Yeah, I should like yeah.